Alright, hello! Looks like I'm live. Hello everyone, welcome. I'm gonna leave the poll up for just a few more minutes, just so that anyone showing up now has a chance to vote. But yeah, so today's stream is gonna be kind of short. I only have 2 hours, so I'm gonna aim to do a 1 per hour. Basically, I'm going to try to do one in the next hour, and then the second one the following hour. I guess if for some reason these two go really quickly, maybe we can fit a third in, but I think that's unlikely. My stream preview in YouTube is looking a little wonky. Is everything looking all right on your guys' end? Stream health. What's wrong? Seems to be okay for you. I'm getting an error that YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain fast, to maintain streaming. But it was lagging for a bit. Okay. It seems to be, like, as far as I can tell, browsing the internet, it was fine. But yeah, so I don't know what YouTube is on about. I don't know what the problem is. Settling a little? Okay. Well, looks like we have a pretty strong front runner there. So I can start gathering my references. So, if we're doing a ground dragon Gyarados from Unova, well, I might as well end the poll. So, we're doing a ground and dragon Gyarados from Unova. What would be the right place in Unova to put it? Where would it make sense for Gyarados to be? Oh, and I guess because I ended that poll, I can actually get the next poll started already. Second place. Oh, there was actually a tie for second place, but it looks like the Skiddo came first. I'm not sure if it probably didn't have enough votes for it to not actually be a tie. So the number of votes was the same between the Skiddo and the Reuniclus. So, well, I'm going to make an executive decision. I'm more interested in doing the Skiddo, so out of those two, so that's the one that I'm going to copy to the second poll, which I'm going to start right now. So the options for the second one will be the Ice and Electric Skiddo from Sinnoh, Dark and Grass Lickitung from Hoenn, a Rock and Electric Dunsparce from Unova. You guys really like Unova. Like, so many of the suggestions are for Unova. or to put Pokemon in Unova. Um, and, and the Fire Ground Golurk from Alola. So there's second poll going up now. It might take a moment for it to show up. Gibster, unfortunately, I'm only doing 2 today, so we won't have time to try another one. Cherish just wants a sandworm. Yeah, that makes sense. So I just gotta grab some of these Gyarados references. There is the big desert in Castelia City. I mean, that doesn't have to be the only place. Are there any others that might be more exciting? Because I know Charon wants a sandworm, but that doesn't have to be the direction that I go in. Are there any groundy caves in Unova? If there are any like really obvious ones, forgive me. I'm half paying attention to just grabbing Gyarados references. Chargestone Cave is not the place I would most associate with ground types. Like, Chargestone Cave only fits as much as any other cave. And the mine. That would be another good option, yeah. Maybe the Gyarados is the one digging out the mine. The mountain that you find Heatran in is... Yeah, Victory Road is always an option. Is there somewhere in Unova where you find Garchomp? Because that would... the same types, so it would make sense for them to coexist. So, yeah, Relic Passage is a good one. Yeah, Relic Passage is the one that connects to the sewers. Which it makes sense. It goes underwater and everything, so there's at least a water connection there. I've only played Gen 5 once. Well, is the where? Yeah, what is the clay tunnel? What is the clay tunnel? I don't remember this place. Connects Driftvale City, Twist Mountain, Mistralton Cave, and underground ruins. Underground ruins being the place where you can find the Titans. Okay, what does Mistralton Cave look like? Pretty standard looking cave. So, Relic Passage seems like a good place to start. I think Relic Passage is the most interesting one. It connects to Relic Castle. What's the aesthetic of Relic Castle? Oh, right, that's where Volcarona is. Yeah, okay. With all the sand and stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so let's do a Relic Passage Gyarados. What would be... I don't want to make it just a sandworm, so... Wait, was it Ground Dragon or Dragon Ground? That doesn't matter. There are a lot of animals that go underground to find water in dry places. Yeah, I don't know if that is particularly fitting here, because it seems like it's more going underground to avoid the water. It is going underwater and going to the sandy place, or towards the sandy place. I mean, there are some actual, like, seafloor worms that dig holes in the sand, so that might be something to look at. Yeah, there's actually some interesting, like, they're not particularly visually interesting, but there are some worms that live at the bottom of the sea, and they, like, I don't know if they build it or if it just kind of happens as they burrow around, but they leave, like, tubes made of sand that you could kind of interpret it as the, like, if it's a really big one, right? It's like it's the Gyarados, the pillars from Relic Castle could be left behind by a Gyarados going through. Sand Mason Worm is one that does that. So that might be pretty cool. And yeah, the Sand Mason Worm actually builds tubes that come out of the seafloor. So that would be pretty interesting. Cemented sand grains and shell fragments with the fringe on top. Okay, so a Gyarados that is based on a Mason Worm? A Sand Mason Worm? Is there a picture? The Wikipedia page basically only has pictures of the tubes of, like, the sand structures that they make. I want to see a picture of the actual worm so I can put some of that in there. Okay. Okay, it has like hair, which is pretty interesting. I can't quite tell what is the front and what is the back of this worm, if it even has a front and back. I don't want it to just be a sandworm. Well, yeah, it's not just a sandworm in the sense of like, oh, let's just look at Dune for inspiration. It is a worm in the sand, but not a Dune sandworm, which is obviously what Charon was going for, because it's Charon. Yeah, real monstrosity. That is where I am. I'm just trying to figure out, like, I guess the hair part is the front. So okay, I'm just gonna start sketching some stuff here. And then we'll figure it out. So it would probably make sense to have it like on the ground, like a Diglett kind of thing. And so it'll have like a little mound. And sticks out of a tube. And we can like put little patterns on this, like a palisand-like thing. And then it sticks out the top. So obviously it needs to have the iconic mouth, because otherwise it's not Gyarados. Instead of the big, instead of the like spikes and fins on the side of the face, it would probably have something more hair-like. The hairs are the mouth. Okay, thank you for figuring that out for me. Obviously, this is extremely not gonna stay this way. I need like something else from this worm to use as inspiration. It has little spikes. It has a red band. So we could put the belly could be red. And yeah, it has little spikes, so that could be in place of the fins. It just has individual spikes going down the back. Star-nosed mole whiskers, maybe. The Gen 1 sprite gives you drill vibes. I don't think I get it. Would it be plausible to make it like a salamander type thing, like tiny webbed feet? I don't think we can give Gyarados feet without making it not Gyarados. And I really like the idea of basing it on the sand mason worm, so that it could be the thing that like builds, like it digs through Relic Passage and Relic Castle and leaves these pillars behind. I really like that idea. Its tail curls like a helix fossil. Maybe we could put fragments of fossils or even a full fossil. Oh, that's a good idea. Or yeah, just like things that resemble fossils. We'll put a dome fossil, because it won't be like super detailed in there, but yeah. I'm trying to think of like something to do with the tail, like if the tail could stick out somewhere, but I don't think so actually. I think it's more interesting this way if it's more of a Diglett thing. No, I actually was not thinking of the holes in the floor of Relic Castle. I was thinking of the pillars. But yeah, that too. No, there's pillars in Volcarona's room. That they look like pillars made of sand, and so like those could just be, we could interpret them as just being pillars left behind by a digging Gyarados. But yeah, no, but the holes made in the floor, yeah, that works too. Instead of the spikes on its back, try putting bones on it. I don't know about bones, but maybe instead of spikes, they could be like those, like a tusk shell. I think that's what they're called, where they're like really long spiral shells. So it could be something styled more like that, so that it's still spikes, but it also has that like sand underwater theme going on. This thing demolishes Digletts for lunch, for sure. I'm gonna apologize because normally I say hello to everyone. Like, I try to say hello to everyone who participates in chat. I have not been doing that, so I'm sorry. But I'll try. Hello to... I'll try to everyone that I can see the chat of right now. So hello, Freddy Fox. Hello, A. Rodriguez. Hello, Detitos. Hello, Leo. Hello, Akiwo. Hello, Freebird and Charon and Gano. Hello, Alpha Luinor. Hopefully I got that close enough. Hello, Stuff and Things. A very specific name. Hello, Family. Another very specific name. And hey, Derek. Normally I try to say hello to everyone at the start of the stream. For whatever reason, I was not doing that today. I'm gonna have to figure out what the actual shape of this head is gonna be, because yeah, it's not super obvious, like the right way to put those eyes and the wispy hairy parts together. Maybe the back of it just isn't visible. That might be more helpful. Gyarados does have a very awkwardly shaped head, to be honest. Hello, Ian? Is that Ian Ladin? Not sure how to pronounce so many vowels in a row. Fun Bus and Kill a Clanker and Mint, hello. I'm assuming you won't care about this message, but what about a Steel Poison Porygon Z? Hey, I care about the messages. Unfortunately, though, because I'm only expecting to have time to do 2 today, we're already on the first one, obviously, and the poll for the second one is already up. So that'll have to wait for next time. This is my first stream, found you through True Green 7 video. That's awesome. I'm glad that you're here. A lot of people found me through that, which is amazing. My sub count exploded, relatively speaking. So welcome. Really can't complain. You know. What do the Unova fossils look like? Because I have the 2 Kanto ones here, which makes sense because it is, you know, a Gyarados, it is a Kanto Pokemon. But for some reason I can't remember the actual look of the fossils themselves. Obviously I know what the Pokemon look like. Do I even remember what the fossil names are? I don't. Good thing I can go through the book. Plume fossil, not feather fossil. Okay, it's just a little diamond. Okay. And the cover fossil. Well, here, I'll just replace the dome fossil with the cover fossil. I can still stick the plume fossil. Plume fossil is very minimalistic anyway. I want the Porygon line to have been electric from the start. It probably would make more sense. Okay, this is... I desperately need to do something better with the face, but I like this idea a lot. And maybe I need to do... maybe the pose needs to be a little different. Maybe a shorter pillar. What do you think? Is this proportion a little bit better? A little bit more interesting? We'll still put at least a couple fossils on here. Oh, you're sending in Pokedex entries. Yes, I will save them. I already have a spreadsheet ready to save them so that when I make the short sometime in the next month, I will have them. So yeah, the first probably 4 or so Pokedex entries are probably as many as I can fit in a minute. But yeah, send them in. So A. Rodriguez sends... The Gyarados native to Unova were forced to move underground when water started to dry up across the land. They used their feelers to find fossils and add them to their collections. I like that. What about slimming and smoothing out the body shapes, like removing or reducing the bump segments so it has an easier time moving through the ground? Yeah, it would probably make sense to make it more streamlined. It also fits a little better with the worm. But someone's got to write a Pokedex entry that specifically talks about it leaving behind pillars of sand. Okay, I'm gonna go with this. I do like it, and I just need to work out the face. And Gyarados' faces are tough, as I figured out in the new N51. Gyarados has a difficult face. Oh. Gotta exaggerate that more. Yeah, big mouth. I mean, it's got to be a Gyarados, right? Gyarados is Gyarados still Gyarados if it doesn't have a real big mouth? As Unovan Gyarados burrows underground, burrows through the ground looking for fossils, it leaves pillars of sand that early peoples constructed dwellings around. Nice. Despite appearances, Gyarados retains its ability to jump high in the air. When it does, it emerges from the ground with such force it leaves behind huge pillars of Trichard. Trichard? Is that how you pronounce that? Unova and Gyarados dig at high speeds, often causing earthquakes. The pillars of sand they leave behind are revered by archaeologists and treasure hunters alike. Yes. That's probably as many as I can fit, but I mean, if you wanna keep them coming, I can see what I can do. Unovan finding a fossil. Unovan Gyarados finding a fossil. This will make a fine addition to my collection. You are exactly 41 Pokemon away from completing the Hisui Dex. That's awesome. Completing any Pokedex can be pretty tough, so congratulations. I played Legends for about 100 hours before I completed the Pokedex. A little bit less than that. 100 hours. Actually, no, that's probably about right. 100 hours. Even if it's not like actually segmented, it should probably still have lines through it where it like would be segmented. Get those little shells on it. All right, I'm pretty happy with this. Yeah, smooth body looks good. I guess if I change anything, it'll probably be to just exaggerate the hair more to make it more hairy. can I do that? No, that's not the part I want to hide. Yeah, there. The side fins are probably okay, actually. So let's do... That's true, I could give it more, like, actual whiskers. That's a good idea. I could give it whiskers, because it has the whiskers coming down, like, from the like, from the bend of the jaw. It could have a couple coming from the chin. And maybe a couple of really big ones coming from the side of the mouth. The side of the top of the mouth. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. So that means that I can keep the hair on top a little bit more simplified. Because I like it having just the 3 tips, because it kind of imitates the 3-point spike that it has on the middle of the head, or that the original has on the middle of the head. Okay, I really like that. So, I think, considering what time it is, actually, I think I can actually just go ahead and do the final lines, and then we'll put some colors on it. I do want to get 2 done today, and I only have another hour and 15 minutes, so... What did Freebird say in favor of the national dex? Actually, really like how the Hisui dex feels much bigger than it is. At no point did it feel small, with the different research tasks and different places to explore. Yes. No, I thought the Hisui dex was a great size. Okay, I see. In the past, Relic Castle was all water, but with time it became a desert, so the local Gyarados started hiding underground when it was more... Yeah, I like that. All right, bye, Rodriguez. Hopefully, well, maybe we'll see you again later for part 2. But if not, see you in Discord, I guess. You know what? Usually I don't usually do this where I just draw a solid line to represent a thing, but I guess in this case, with all the whiskers and stuff, it actually makes more sense to do it this way. What's up with the match card? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that far ahead for these. But that's a good question. You guys are welcome to try to figure that one out if you want. Maybe instead of blue has as color, I would try more a dark gray color of wet sand. I was thinking something beigey, but maybe it would probably be a good idea to have some blue and or some red in there. Well, the red can be on the chest. But yeah, like blue and red are like dragon colors, so it would probably be a good idea to have at least one of those in the design. But I was thinking mostly beige, but maybe a grayish beige, or a beigeish gray, a brownish gray. Could even see it as almost reddish orange, like the main body. Hey, no, I usually miss these, but you arrived for this one. Oh, well, you're here in time to, well, catch the end of this one and still vote for the next one. I haven't been keeping up with how the vote is going. I don't know if it's tight or not, but... Oh, okay, it is not tight considering the winning one has 49% of the votes. I don't even have to look at the others to know that it is not tight. I'm actually going to do just one spiral thing on these to keep it from being too complicated. Original Gyarados is plenty complicated as it is. I'm also going to simplify the cover fossil to have only 2 spots on it instead of 3. Just don't want the whole thing to be too cluttered. Here you go. That looks pretty cool. I voted for Golurk by the idea of implementing grass elements into a tongue Pokemon like Lickitung would have been interesting. Yes, I thought a lot of the options today were quite interesting, actually. Just from all of the polls. So... I'm gonna lay down some basic colors, but we'll figure it out. Like we'll probably change it. So I'm gonna start with the main body color being the original Gyarados. How's that? I think maybe the main body color needs to be a little bit darker, but other than that, I like it. Groovy Bananas, welcome. Its pre-evolution could be something like a worm so that it looks weak like a Magikarp. That makes sense. Hang on, I gotta simplify some of my layers here because a couple of them need to be merged. Yes, this is Photoshop. Make the blue like the red. You're gonna have to explain what you mean by that. But I think the main, I quite like this. I just think the main body maybe needs to be a little bit darker. Yes, and the red needs to be a little bit darker to go along with it now. Yeah, that's good. What if the red and blue were swapped? I like having the red on the belly because the red on the belly is a direct reference to the worm that we looked at for inspiration. So like, yeah, maybe in theory it could work, but I think I prefer it the other way around. The red belly seems pretty natural to me. Hello, Mac and Cheese. Welcome. I'm only doing 2 type swaps today, and I gotta finish this one and start on the next one quickly. So, yeah, we only have time for 2 today. Might not even honestly have time for 2 whole ones, but I'll do what I can. I'm gonna have to do some more erasing there, but that's okay. I got everything. A nice purple. I like having the blue because it is a callback to the original Gyarados. Yeah, I like this a lot, but maybe I swap the colors of the sand and the body. That might look nice. I'm gonna try that. I'll make the shells on the back white for this version, and let's make them dark again. What do you think? Light version or dark version? I think I like this better. All right, I'm gonna stick with this then. Just try to very quickly give it some shading. And then we'll move on to Golurk. A regional farm is a binary operation, which is the composition of the operation type swap and the operation region swap. Well, yeah, that's pretty much what we're going for anyway. What are its Pokedex entries? I have them saved, but I'm gonna concentrate on finishing this for now. But don't worry, I have the Pokedex entry saved. Basically, it creates towers of sand as it digs through, and it adapted to a drying environment. My random question for today's stream, says Freebird, which region would you holiday or vacation in? Sports games in Unova, surfing the waves of Alola, taking in the history of Johto, shopping in Kalos. I would, personally, I would probably go for Johto, but that's, you know, in part because that's the region I actually want to visit. I very much want to go to Japan, and had a trip planned for pre-pandemic days that obviously didn't end up panning out. Well, yeah, I had it planned when it was pre-pandemic days. It didn't happen during pre-pandemic days because pandemic. Okay, just gonna try to very quickly color in these lines. All right. Last thing I'm gonna do is just put a little shine on its eye, because that often makes a big difference. There you go. And save. For a kind of quick take at this is pretty cool. I really like it. Yes, this thing is fierce, and I've already gone 15 minutes into my second hour, so Golurk is gonna not be that easy. I might have to leave it unfinished. Pick it up next month, I guess. Alright, so for Golurk, might as well click end. For Golurk, we're doing fire and ground. So I'm guessing Akala? That's the name of the place, right? with the volcano. Is there somewhere else in Alola that might have a better fire connection, a more interesting fire connection? It was worth taking up too much time for that one? I'm glad. Oh, Wheela Volcano. Yeah, Akala is the name of the island, of the volcano is Wheela Volcano. I had thought about it being something that its trainers and or tribe would light its fire to keep its fire burning or something. Like a construct that is powered by fire. Yeah. For those yellow lines and markings, you could have fire magma peeking out. Shoulder pads could be like mini volcano tops with smoke coming out. You guys want the tiki aesthetic that I'm not familiar with enough. So a fire type return. That would be interesting. I think I would replace the very like square design with a fire design. Something like that. And the shoulders. I mean, the shoulders could be like Magmortar shoulders. You know, but it could also be more volcano shaped and just have a little something coming out the top. Yeah, we're exactly that's the problem, Sharon. We were gonna need 2 hours. And I guess I don't know that I can do this in 40 minutes. Could it be, could we make it into a lantern of some kind? Those of you who have been around for a while, you guys know that I don't like to do things just for the visuals, like with Decidui last time. Like I resisted doing a Decidui that was just like, oh, these ideas go well together, therefore we should do it. And that's what we ended up doing because I couldn't think of something better. But I don't like doing that. I like having a concept that ties it all together. And so I don't know what that would be for this one. That's what I need. I need that overarching concept that'll tie the whole thing together. But for now, I'll get some of these ideas down. Top of main body similar to the shoulder design. The chest could be a stone lamp. I gotta look up what that looks like. Okay, I don't see anything that looks like what you must be thinking of, because it's just like lamps. Everything that's coming up is just regular lamps that just happen to have stone as the base. Thanks, Eden, and hello. Yeah, I don't even know what to put here yet, actually, but I can put the type and all that kind of stuff. What I need to figure out the most is what is the general concept that ties this together, because original Golurk is a golem from Jewish culture. So what's a Hawaiian volcano related person character that we could use? Huh? What? Oh, I see. I'm just painting on the wrong layer, that's the problem. The Guardian of Angry. Maybe instead of Greco-Roman, it could have a leaf that had a skirt made of flames, or yeah, that would just be like, oh, it's fire type, so let's put fire on it, and like that might work visually, but ideally, it needs something to hold this concept together. Goddess Pele. I don't know enough about Hawaiian culture to think of these things. Okay. Big hair. Basically volcano head. I wouldn't want to like change its figure though. Just to do that. But I don't know, there's some things that I could do. From all of these images that I'm seeing of Pele, she has like a flower crown. This is like red flowers. So there could be something on the head. I'm just drawing a very rough shape here. That could do that. And of course it'll still have the thing on top, and it could be kind of like magma. It would make sense to have that hair coming down. The hair is supposed to look like lava flow, so that's actually that's not bad. That's decently fitting. The hair could... I don't know about using the hair as shoulder pads, but the hair, like, blending in to the shoulders, that could work. So it's like 3 different... So that it's 3 different, like, portions to it. 3 different tops of the volcano. Yeah. What if it doesn't even have legs? Then it's just another... then it's just a volcano. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work. I think this is better visually, at least. It does still need something though. Hey Wispy, I've got 27 minutes to figure out what I'm doing with this Alolan Golurk. Yeah, like this version still feels like it's a Golurk, just with volcano elements to it, which I think is the right way to go. I just need something. Is there a way to incorporate obsidian that doesn't require color? I mean, obsidian is very much a rock, so I don't know. But what if keep the big round body, but then put that head on top? And it can have a flower crown type thing here. It can have the magma flow hair going down. The problem is the body, though. Because it's supposed to be, like, holding a lot of energy, right? So I don't know. Like, I guess it could still be a crack, and it. But yeah, I liked the idea that people would like power it by keeping the fire going, or something like that. So I do prefer it if it's more of like a lantern type thing. I just don't know what that would look like. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, something like a steam engine is actually the first thing I did with like grates that you could see whatever's inside, but I don't know. I don't think the volcano head is too hard to let go of. The volcano shoulders, to me, are plenty. If there's something else to do there, is there a Crash Bandicoot Aku? Yeah, I'm not familiar with that, but I'll look it up. Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I could use that. Yeah. I'm trying to find like rocky pyres or something like that, or torches that would have like a unique look that I could draw from. I'm not finding anything. I don't know that I don't think Aku is too close to grass type. Like I wouldn't put grass on it, but it just has like an aesthetic. It's not bad. I just like there it doesn't there isn't enough to it, I think. But yeah, the idea of like it has energy inside of it that needs to be contained. That's pretty good for a volcano. It's just like how do you contain it? Uka? Is that also a Crash Bandicoot thing? I guess it is. Golaric's head is really like understated though, right? So like the most important part of it, most important part of its design is the chest and the shoulders. And I think the shoulders we've got. Like I'm happy with the shoulders. the head is a lot less important than what is going on with the chest. The vigilant villagers could light the fire in the mouth to power it up and receive blessings and protection in return. Something like that? I'm not a huge fan, to be honest, but... Chest is a giant mouth. Yeah, that's what I was going for here, but I'm not a fan. It makes it very different from Golurk to me. The problem is that Golurk is too good. Golurk is such a good Pokemon design. It's hard to do anything else with it. Make it pottery. Yeah, that's not bad. But like what kind of pottery specifically? Pottery does get like cured in fire. So that might be a more interesting direction to go. Maybe it could be like a clay lamp? So it's like a big kind of round thing. The head is a little thing on top. And there's a flame that comes out of it. And maybe the opening to like put oil or fuel in is on the chest. So it could be like quite round instead of more craggy, but it can have other openings as well. I'm liking this a lot better than anything from before. Is there something in clay lamps that I can pull from for the legs? Chimney with an EA. Is this a modern invention, or is there an ancient version of this? I see a wide variety of it. Yeah, I think for such a like round and wide thing, short stubby legs make sense. I could make it taller and make it more like a chimney. I think we're getting there. Yeah, I think so too. This is a more interesting, I think, direction than just take Golurk and turn it into a volcano. But yeah, the chimney reference might be interesting. Just like give it more of a tall. Actually, just make it a cylinder. The main body can be a chimney, and the shoulders can be more like a clay lamp. Chimenea? Is that how you pronounce it? Chimenea? Okay. add logs in the stomach? I don't know. Yeah, actually, yes, because we do want the idea of the villagers having to keep the fire alive, right? Eight minutes to kickoff. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on the time. Don't worry. Yeah, it could be Coles. I gotta figure out something about the hands though. So I think the legs could just be like bands or something, maybe. But this is pretty good. I gotta adjust like proportions or something. I don't know. The body might be too big relative to the arms, but I like the idea. What's kicking off in 8 minutes? Rio de Janeiro's state final soccer game. That my team is playing in. That's why it's a short stream today. It's because I gotta watch a soccer game. Libris family feud. Yeah, it's because the team that I support and my dad's whole side of the family supports is rivals with the team that my mom's side of the family supports, and those are the two teams that are in the final today. When will my next stream be? Well, I have I might as well stop here, and we'll pick this up again next month. Yeah, so my next stream is going to be on actually just next weekend, in theory. Like, unless there's some reason to postpone it. The new 151 stream redesigning the Eevee family is next Saturday. And then I guess we're doing more type swaps next month. So we can finish this one off and do a couple more after that. Yeah. So we'll just leave this one here. Thank you guys for hanging out with me and for helping me figure this one out. The Gyarados, I think, is really good, and I think we now have a good start on this Golurk. Here's the Gyarados again. I'm really happy with this. But yeah, we'll pick up on this again at the end of the month. I keep saying next month, but that's because this stream is actually delayed. Was rescheduled, postponed from last weekend. And so, yeah, so it's the next month's stream is actually still at the end of this month. Thanks, Rebird Nerd. I really appreciate that. Yeah. I'm gonna get going. I just gotta find, there you go. I will hopefully find where the requests from last time were, and then we can use a couple of those in the poll for next time. Okay? Alright. Thanks for being here. Bye, everyone.